She saw the love of God in her family and wanted to get to know us. So it wasn't even my intention that we would start dating her.
Natalia knows about.
When I heard we saw the love of God, that confused me. Reason being is because the woman that they have now brought into their lives is a Muslim. So therefore, when it comes to religion, you're not going to have the same interests, shall I say? You're not going to have the same beliefs. You're not going to have the same sacrifices. So to be honest with you, that first line blew my freaking mind. But let's continue.
We would start dating her.
Natalia knows about Miriam. She's
Not happy.
not happy. So we haven't told Natalia about Miriam visiting and everything.
Yeah. They're always preaching about being honest, about being transparent and, keeping everything 100. But now all of a sudden, you're going to withhold information from Natalia. Why? Because she's not happy with the fact that you are bringing in someone else, or at least right now courting another woman. But I thought honesty was everything that you two did. You know what it is, right? People in this world sometimes only have honesty when it's convenient for them. But then when it's not, wow.
Miriam does know about Natalia and that she's been added as a wife to our family, but she also knows Natalia is having a hard time right now.
And
I mean, listen, at least they've kept it honest with Miriam. But the thing is, though, these two are sitting here talking about how, well, we don't know if Miriam's going to be a part of the family yet, because she's somebody that Dannielle met and they just got on really, really well as friends. And because of that, all of a sudden we thought, hey, let's see if she wants to get involved with what we're doing, because we know that she's got experiences with polygamy lifestyle, blah, 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 blah. It's just funny though because of what Derek says. I think he says it next or at some point, but let's get into it.
if it gets real serious with Miriam and we know she should be in the family, well, there's just no choice. She's going to have to face things.
Is this bit here when my man says here, and he literally says, Natalia's not going to have a choice. What do you mean? She will always have a choice. If you decide to involve Mary into the picture, Natalia's always going to have a choice whether she wants to stay or if she wants to bounce. The choice is always going to be there. The way he said is saying that she won't have a choice. Oh, because, you two are married now or whatever, or you're going to be married, she's going to be trapped. Like, what does that mean? She's always going to have a choice. But this guy, he only sees what Garrick wants to see.
Or reservations about who Garrick actually ends up being with.
You see, I found this comment here quite interesting by the brother. He says who Garrick ends up being with. I thought that this whole thing was like a relationship with everyone. I mean, I get it. Garrick is the one that's obviously going to be dating all the women, married to all the women or whatever. I get it. But at the end of the day, whoever Garrick chooses is somebody that Garrick and Dannielle both have to be happy with. There is no just Garrick. But the fact that Dannielle's brother said this must mean that clearly everything that Garrick says goes and anything that Dannielle says is irrelevant. Otherwise, why say it that way? Unless I'm just reaching. I'm just saying, sometimes in life you've got to pay attention to the words people use. And they could tell you something else, if you know what I mean. But hey, we continue.
Would you give up work for me?
Oh my goodness.
That's like a big thing to me.
I feel like we do have a lot to learn about each other's culture.
That blew my mind. Actually, no, it didn't. I'm not even surprised. When Dannielle says, I feel like there's things we need to learn about each other's culture. And this is the thing. Why have you two decided to meet up with Miriam, bring it into your family or whatever, or try to obviously, court her, if you are unsure, if you don't even know about some of the sacrifice that you may have to go through? This goes back straight back to the beginning of the video when she talks about, God and the same and all that kind of stuff. Like, what? Does Dannielle actually know what she's talking about? Her and Garrick have to understand that if they're going to bring someone in their lifestyle who is a Muslim woman, someone's going to have to convert at some point. I don't see, unless Miriam has already said, listen, F my religion, I'll happily join you guys, which she hasn't because she's already talking about pork, bacon. So clearly there's going to be a certain level of converting at some point. And then on top of that, this is the other thing as well. If you're going to build this lifestyle, you need to bring all women in that all have the same religion or similar ones. You can't bring someone that's a completely different religion because that makes no sense. Because what happens if you meet more wives, but none of them want to convert? My apologies, I'm just extremely tired. I do apologize. I've been trying to hold off that yawn for a while now. But either way though, I think, is Miriam then going to expect every other woman to want to convert? You're already having a hard time with Natalia anyway. But to be fair, there were things here that they haven't thought about. They've thought, hey, she's in America, so it's easier. Clearly, you two have done no consideration of the possibilities of complications that you could go through based on the fact that she is from a different religion. Idiots. The fact that Dannielle was surprised by the whole bacon comment. Wow.
I absolutely feel closer to Miriam than I do to Natalia, for sure. Natalia has kind of put up a wall with me. Like she's not open and honest with me. We can't.
Bloody, 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 daddy, da. So what? Either way, though, the question is: Are you gonna give up your bacon? Are you gonna convert? Are you actually gonna do some actual freaking research before courting someone when you don't even know if you're all gonna be on the same page or not? The level of stupidity is surreal here. I want to sit here and say that I'm disappointed, but I'm actually not, because I'm not even surprised. But I do wonder, though, if it had been Garrick in this scene rather than Dannielle, I do wonder if the conversation would have been different. I do wonder if, he would have come up with certain answers. I wonder if he would have sat there and said, yes, we are going to convert. Yes, we're going to give up bacon. Because Garrick, this is the kind of guy that was more likely to say anything to get what he wants. Because we know that. I'm pretty sure he will use the Lord's name in some way, somehow, to twist the narrative or to do something stupid. Because that's exactly what he does. And I've noticed as well is that Dannielle's answers when Garrick isn't there, they're definitely a bit more clumsy, shall I say. But when Garrick is there, her answers, you know what I'm saying? And to be fair, she does answer less when he's there too. But nonetheless, though, I would love to know your thoughts, your opinions on the matter. Let me know what you're thinking. But as far as I'm concerned, Garrick cannot be living this life, living this mindset where he believes that if they do decide to keep Miriam, that Natalia's gonna have no choice but to accept it. Natalia's always gonna have a choice, and it's a bit concerning because if she's gonna fly all the way from Brazil to the States, get there, and then we're told, hey, you're now a prisoner because you have no say. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's not that deep, but like, do you see what I'm saying? Well, we shall wait and see. All I can say is this, is that we do know that Natalia has a voice of her own. She's not afraid to say what she's got to say. And I'm pretty sure she's not afraid to walk away if she feels that something isn't right. And it's already been said that if this thing progresses, that Natalia's going to step in anyway. What that meant, I have no idea. So it'd be interesting to see if it does progress and how Natalia's going to step in to, I guess, sabotage everything. But going back to what the brother said, just got to be careful with the kind of women that Gary decides to choose, because clearly his track record is appalling. Nonetheless, though, let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section. We can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.